In Australia, you're fined for not voting. France just had a 85% turnout. It seems to me that we need to make it easier for people to vote and difficult for them not to vote.
It's the challenge, but also the opportunity of government and its leaders to encourage people to be part of the democratic process. So I do think we need to facilitate ways to make it accessible so that every individual that's eligible to vote becomes registered to vote.
If you vote, you can get better political leadership, quality education, housing, better quality of life, but yet we have to make sure that people are engaged. We have to go and do the hard work. Sometimes it's very labor intensive, door to door, person to person, and that requires a real commitment of resources. We have an interest to have people engaged and to be involved. We ask people to make big decisions, and we want to make sure that those decisions are reflective of at least the majority of the people who are impacted by it.
It's incumbent upon us to ensure that the communities that aren't participating as much today, geographic communities and otherwise, that we do everything we can to get them to participate. And it is a moral obligation for the state of California to have its citizenry participate at the highest rates possible.
The government needs to be more proactive. We just can't be neutral in making it easy for people. We need to encourage and help facilitate people to vote and to have confidence in the system. You know, as chair of the Elections Committee, I take that as a very important part of my responsibility, shepherding through laws, rules, regulations that give people confidence in the system and then that make it more accessible for them to participate. And I think those are all things that government can do, and then we need to do it more effectively.
Yes, I think we should look at the success of the federal motor registration project, where people, when they get their DMV licenses, they are automatically registered. In New York City, they also register folks or allow people to register at any of the different city departments and agencies. So if people are applying for housing or applying for schools or applying for different licenses, they would also be able to register. And I think that that's a good way for state government to also get more involved.
Do we want more voters? Do we really want more voters? We have to start voting on a national holiday, like every other industrialized country in the world. People in other countries, they vote on a Monday. It's a national holiday. No one's allowed to work for any purpose. In many countries, they don't even allow people to drive on election day, and the whole country's shut down. If we really want to encourage voter participation in a true democracy, we're going to start taking steps like that. But you know, there's great opposition to that. I think there's a great fear to that, in fact, about who's going to vote and how different our elections would be. I think that people would be very surprised at who would be elected president or governor or mayor.